I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz.
Hello and welcome to the SVU After Show here on AfterBuzz TV. I'm your host, Yael Tygiel. I'm here with Taylor Gates.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I am.
I'm your she-LO, and you're the she-EO.
I'm so excited. This is season 21, episode 15, Swimming with the Sharks. Oh, good.
I'm just like trying to really
shark
like
and
baby
I did
shark.
swimming. I love it.
It's great.
That's
That's why we're a pair.
We're such a good pair. If you haven't joined us before, welcome. Let us tell you ahead of time that if you find yourself in a situation where you need help, please reach out to RAIN. They are a wonderful organization. Their hotline is 1-800-656-4673. 1-800-656-4673. Please, if you've been assaulted or raped or need someone to talk to, call them.
Yes.
Also, sometimes the show SVU will go dark, and therefore we will make light. So please consider this your content warning before you start watching or listening to our iTunes or Spotify or wherever else you can find us. Know that we'll be making jokes.
Yep.
Especially this episode.
This was such an episode.
Let's talk about this
Let's do that.
episode. What did you think?
I loved this episode.
I knew
I'm
you
gonna be
would.
honest. You knew I would. Like, it was just such... I know that, oh, okay, so spoiler if you didn't see our 60-second reaction. It felt classic to me because it was, like, full of twists, full of... I think that they, not, like, really parody, but sort of parodied this world of, like...
Yes.
Wellness clinics, like women's, like, you know, empowerment summits and things, which can be very good and very helpful, but, you know, there are some that are very, like, what Rollins was saying, like, they want money, you know what I mean? And so I think they did such a good job of, like, capturing this world.
I agree. I really enjoyed this. I had so much fun.
I did too.
I really felt like drawn in to the mystery.
Yeah.
And, you know, as we know, not that I'm an expert, but I tend to call things and be like, this is going to happen. This is going to this. And this one, I was like, I'm confused.
See,
which
I
loved.
sort of called it-ish.
We'll get there. We'll get there. Let's start at the beginning with We Be Well.
Yes.
Not to be confused with other organizations we've met, like Gimme That Body. And I think recently I was watching an episode with a character named Guts Money. So, like, We Be Well fits in very well with these companies.
So good. God, I love the fake names.
I really do, too.
And this is, like, a perfect, and it's spelled so stupid. Like, classic.
It's so good. And... yeah, so we meet Luna, our CEO. We meet Melanie, the COO.
Can I just say, of course, her name is Luna. Like, it's not, but like Luna,
Yes.
it just,
Absolutely.
It works. That tracks.
I gotta point out who Melanie is for those who haven't noticed. That is Samantha Mathis, who you may recall from season 5, episode 9, Control. She's one of the women who was held in a dungeon and forced to marry the guy. And the episode opens with a guy being castrated in a subway station.
Oh, well.
I completely forgot that was her because we all know her a lot better as season 15, episode 22, Reasonable Doubt, which is with Bradley Whitford. And it's the one where he's married to her and she's saying that he assaulted their young daughter. And now he's sleeping with her younger sister. That is the very classic Woody Allen / Roman Polanski story.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So Samantha Mathis is a triple repeat offender.
Good for you. Like, yes, thank you. I love a good, like, person who's been on it, like, 6 times. I'm like, get your coins.
But, like, she's been in it in lead positions.
She's great. I really liked her.
She's so good. So Benson's on the panel and explaining about victims and memory. Sorry.
May I call you that?
Talking about sensory versus linear. And this is where, in this scene, aside from her interrupting every word, I was like, oh, this is it. This is how she, like, learns how to explain her rape later. Mm-hmm. I was like, because the promo said she was raped. So I knew that she was going to be raped. Mm-hmm. So seeing her listening to Olivia go, this is how a victim recalls her story. Yeah. I was like, this is where she gets the idea. Mm-hmm. Not the case. So survival takes strength. And
May
that
I
is something
steal that?
you may steal from not me.
I will.
I like that Rollins asked her why'd she invite you on the panel if she's just going to interrupt you. I agree.
I just loved like Rollins in this environment because it's so not her, and so I loved her just being like so over it. And like Kat's drinking the Kool-Aid like a little, like she's buying stuff, and Rollins is like, no.
I really like seeing the two of them, right? Because this is kind of Kat's environment. Kat's young and hip and whatever. So to see her being like vibrators,
right?
Vibrildos.
I love a little girls' day to the Empowerment Summit. You know,
so good. We'll talk about vibrildos later, but I have to.
Oh, we will.
A vibrator is a vibrating dildo.
Yes.
Not necessarily to be phallic shaped, but it's a vibrator.
Right.
A vibrildo is not a thing. A dildo is a non-vibrating phallus.
I agree. However, we are going to give it a pass because it's an amazing word.
I agree. I love this one.
So it's fine. We're gonna go with
clarified.
it. Yeah.
I'm worried that the writing staff does not know. No, I'm kidding. So we meet Bobby, the CFO. He visits Luna's room. She's drunk. She's flirty.
We have edibles. We have drinkables.
I mean, what more do you need?
What more do you need?
He's really worried about the IPO. She's like, Bobby, you do the numbers. I do the ideas.
Brilliant ideas. I wrote down so many quotes from this.
I know. I'm so excited. So Luna's assistant texts Benson to come back because she was raped. We never got to the financials because he pushed her on the bed. She says, I froze. It was just like you said. And that's when I was like, yes, on the panel. She was like, yeah, taking in this information. Mm-hmm. This is how a victim reacts.
And not only did Bobby do it, but bum me out, Bobby.
Bum me out, Bobby. So then she starts freaking out about the IPO herself. She doesn't want the press to press charges because of the IPO. My whole brand depends on women wanting to be me. Rape doesn't fit into that picture. Not to be a terrible person, but I feel like I think it would make you more lovable.
Yeah, I mean, I get her point, but I feel like 10 years ago that would have been true, but now like we are starting to have these conversations and so many women are coming forward. But although to be fair, like this is sort of a businessy world instead of like I guess it doesn't like make a difference, but
I think that it will empower more people for her to come forward.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because the more you can speak about it, the more you can help empower others.
For sure.
And women want to be you and be able to be a leader.
Right. Despite things that may have happened to you.
Right.
Yeah.
Just saying. So anyway, our outcry witness is Sequoia.
The names in this episode, I just like can't get over how good they were. Sequoia.
Nettie in the chat says that I am right. Also thought the same thing when they were watching. I love it. Mm-hmm. Bobby is like, yeah, we had sex, and then Sequoia came in and freaked out, and she's crying rape because Sequoia and Luna are together. Bobby and Luna used to be a couple. I can't imagine A, working that closely with an ex, and B, working that closely with an ex that I refer to as bum me out, Bobby.
Bum me out, Bobby.
You know what I mean? That seems, girl, fire him.
Yeah. Although that would probably be a suit. He could probably sue her for that. Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just looking at it from the logistics as the CLO.
Well, Sequoia's our CLO, the chief listening officer.
What does it mean?
I mean, assistant. It means assistant.
Right. I was like, I wonder if that no. It's just straight up, yeah.
I want that job.
Right?
I want to be a CLO.
And I think it would drain me.
No, I could do it.
You probably could.
So Bobby's arrested. He's claiming that she's crying rape because he confronted her about the embezzlement. I was so excited. So then Rollins goes to visit Vinay Gupta, who is our CTO. It's a lot of businessy terms here.
Yeah, there are. I was like, okay. Yeah.
He signed off on paying fake companies. He didn't argue. The previous CTO was fired because she didn't like the color of his aura. I liked that. I wanted more of that.
It was so funny because it was like so out there, but at the same time, like I could see people saying this at like Goop or something.
Yes. This felt very goopy.
It did, yeah.
Anyway, apparently she swore it was legal to move the money around for a foundation. Then they go to talk to Melanie. They ask her, isn't it your job to keep her in line? She's like, it's Luna's world. I really like the picture they're painting of this like tyrant-y CEO who, makes the decisions and you can't argue, because that's the character we've met, and that makes sense.
Right.
So then we see checks to a Tisa Chi.
Tisa.
Here's the thing. Why did we say her full name every time?
Tisa Chi. Because it rolls off the tongue. Tisa Chi.
You know how long it took me to figure out what her first name was?
Tisa Chi. I love Tisa Chi.
Tisa Chi was, anyway.
I kind of love it.
All right. So she used to work in creative. She got paid, it was said to be a consulting fee. They find Tisa and ask her what she consulted on. The answer is she signed an NDA. And they were to keep her quiet about sexual assault. I, at this moment, was like, finally, we have not had a female perp like this
same.
ever.
Yeah.
And I was so excited.
Yeah.
As awful as that sounds.
But like it's showing something that we haven't really explored before. And that's really important, I think.
Yes. So at the retreat, Luna specifically, my notes are all over the place, specifically asked for Tisa, invited her to a private cabin. It was just her. She asked her to try the Vibrildo. Tisa didn't want to, so she tried the bondage tape. Girl, what? I'm not victim blaming. But if she's like, okay, you don't want to try this? Here, tie yourself up for me.
All right.
Okay. So anyway, then Luna used the device on her. This is a horrifying story. And I really thought it was interesting if that was what had happened.
Yeah, me too.
So interesting that she had done this. Because what kind of, like, what's going on in your head that you think that's okay?
Yeah. She's just, she's so powerful that it's like
Right.
she's gotten to do anything she wants pretty much.
Yeah. So Luna's brought in with her lawyer. We have a return of Miss Miglani.
She's great.
So I love her.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
Tisa claims that Luna used the bondage tape and the device against her will. It was a team building event. They tell her that Tisa claims it was a private cabin. Luna's like, what are you talking about? I stay in a private suite in the main building because I'm fancy.
Yeah.
It really feels like you should do your research when you're going to accuse somebody.
Right. Do you really think Luna's staying in a cabin? Well,
Right.
actually, I could see her staying in a cabin. She's like, I want to be one with the earth, you
Sure.
know?
Yeah. There's an apology email. She's like, I didn't write this. I didn't authorize these payments or the NDA. She's very confused. We go to Hadid.
We do.
Hadid talks to Vinay Gupta. I can't say anything that will damage the IPO. They talk to Melanie. She's not sure about an offshore LLC. She told Luna that moving money around is going to look bad. She doesn't listen. So Benson and Rollins arrest Luna for embezzlement, money laundering, and sexual assault.
Yeah.
Her bail's denied and she starts to lose it.
She does.
She says, there's been a mistake. I haven't done any of these things. And then the media is like going crazy. And I think Benson makes such a good point at this moment. Do you have the quote? Or
Like there are men who are serial predators who get more respect than this.
Yep. She's so right.
Yeah.
And it's so frustrating.
Yeah.
And honestly, I wish they would have discussed this more.
Mm-hmm. Same.
So then Rollins points out, why would she make a false rape accusation if she has so much to hide?
Right.
Which is a question I ask all the time when bad guys do stupid things.
Right. Like, where's the logic here?
Benson doesn't think it was false, but none of it makes sense. And I'm sitting there very confused. And then we see Bobby, Melanie, and Vinay, and they're talking at a press conference. They're going to take over We Be Well. And and it's business as usual. And I sat there and went, man, it would be so interesting if the three of them put all this together. Nah, that's too complicated.
No, I kind of, just because, I mean, I was kind of like suspecting it ish before, because I knew Bobby was just like, he was not good news.
Right.
He was not good news. And then just like seeing their eyes in that press conference, I was like, they're hungry for something. And this is called Swimming with Sharks. And I feel like they are the sharks.
Oh.
I kind of had an inkling.
I thought this would be such a cool story that they're
But
not
that's
doing.
really complex.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then Miglani calls Benson, is like, Luna needs to talk to you. She was attacked in jail, and they said she needs to know what it's like to be raped by a woman, which is crazy.
Yeah.
we have an interesting Lizette in the chat says, what about the female PO that raped Creasy's brother? Or Creasy's brother-in-law. That also was a woman attacking a woman perp. I don't know that we've had women perps on women.
It's like really few and far between. I'm sure that it's happened, but I can't really think of examples. And it's just like it's very rare that we see that, I'd say.
Yeah. And the way we've seen it has been more the way Melanie did this to Luna.
Yeah.
And less what Luna allegedly did to Tisa.
Right, exactly.
So Luna is freaking out. I must be guilty because there's no other explanation. I just want this to be over. And then she's like, I'll plead guilty. I can't remember anything. Someone's got to be setting me up. It sounds like me. Have I lost my mind? I feel like I've been betrayed. I like that they're like, is this a psych defense?
Yeah.
Because it's working.
Right.
So Benson says either she's got a split personality or her employees are framing her because she's being gaslighted. Quick question. Would it not be gaslit?
I don't know. I asked myself that too, actually. I was like, I wonder.
At that moment, I went, ooh, that's very jarring.
Yeah,
Gaslighted
I actually
seems...
wondered myself. I was like, should I write gaslight? But then I was like, they said gaslighted. I guess I should just go with that.
I'm
going to be honest, though. I thought they were going the route of, like, she had split personality, and they were, like, taking advantage of it, though.
Oh.
I didn't think they were I don't know, because I guess when you look back, they did plant the seeds of, like, gaslighting, but I didn't think it was, like, super obvious from the get-go that's what was happening. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I really thought that she had, because, I mean, we've seen people who, like, have these like bipolar disorder or like different disorders that don't come out until later or something.
Right.
So I kind of thought that's what it was, and they were like, oh well, we got to do something to save this company from her because she is like having a split. That's kind of what I thought they were gonna do.
Yeah, so Kat says there might be a conspiracy. Sequoia swears she and Luna never stayed in the suite at the retreat. Tisa and Luna have no texts or calls between them. But Tisa and Gupta do.
Yeah.
They've been talking for 6 months. So Rollins then points out, I love when Rollins does profilery things. So I'm so glad this came back in. And she says the emails have been more aggressive and had more male energy, which I disagree. But the key phrase is
Red Ocean.
Keep my powder dry? I paused to read the context of that sentence to try to understand what the hell that means.
Right. I was like, what?
It's kind of, if I remember correctly, it was like, keep my nose clean. It was like, stay out of trouble or like...
Yeah, I was very confused on that too.
And then Red Ocean, she said it's an MBA phrase. And I was like, what?
I definitely thought it meant period.
I also thought that was that until I paused and read the rest of the context.
I was very confused.
It was like it was Red Ocean like from sharks eating and blood.
Gotcha.
I also was like, wait, is a period joke? I'm very confused.
Yeah, that's what I thought for a bit. And I was like, okay, I guess not. I do want to point out her email signature. Did you write that one down?
No, her saying.
Be well, be happy. That is how I'm going to sign every professional email from now on. Have a great day.
I wish you luck.
Be well, be happy. Taylor.
I wish you luck. I also see Lizette pointing out the episode before Novak was Novak, and there were the 3 women who raped the stripper.
Yes. Before Novak was...
I'm not... It was before she was Novak.
Right, yeah. That's what I was saying.
It was season 3.
It was early.
Yeah, season 3 sounds right. Yes, we've had female perps.
It's just rare.
It's just rare. Yeah. So Hadid is like, wait a second. There are 3 execs and a staffer that are conspiring. This is elaborate. I agree, which is why I didn't think we were doing this.
Yeah.
So Benson points out guilty people mitigate, deny, and blame others. They don't blame themselves and think they're losing their mind.
Yeah.
And then it was very fun because Hadid was on their side for a moment.
Yeah. I was like, okay. I was like, girl, you better not be whatever. And she's like, well, I want them on a record if they're going to lie.
Right.
Like, all right. That's a good point. It's a fair point.
I really loved it.
And then they were like, start with Tisa. There's no way she's the mastermind. If I was Tisa, I'd be like, excuse me.
Well, my next note is Tisa breaks easily.
She's like, I cracked her like a little stick.
It's what interesting. I really like when Hadid says we're not going to drop the charges, and then it's like bring them all in because I want them on the record. I would have kind of liked it. I know this is terrible because we're not big fans of Hadid. If she was like, yeah, but we can't prove that, so we're going after her anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, no. We'll save it for the next episode.
Tisa breaks. So then Benson tells Luna that it was a conspiracy. We talked to Melanie. They grew up together. Rape wasn't supposed to be a part of it. Bobby said that she made it up. They all knew at some point Luna was going to drive us over a cliff. So Melanie gets the deal. And they ask her, how could you do this to another woman? She said, Luna spent her whole life doing that to other women. Yeah. And then tells a story about a necklace.
She destroyed other women just like I did. Like, girl, she stole a necklace. Like, this is not the same.
It's not.
It's just not, like, I'm so sorry. Like, yes, do I feel bad for you? Yeah. But, like, get over it, homegirl. Like,
also, don't stay in her life.
Yeah, you're working for her. Why?
So she says stealing. She's always been stealing what's mine, then giving it back. It's a crazy kind of gaslighting. That's a crazy girl. She
just wanted her necklace back. Shut up. Buy a new necklace. Jesus.
And then we find out Melanie says it was my idea. I made the business plan, but she's gorgeous, charming, radiant. I disagree that she needs to be the face.
Right, find someone else who's also gorgeous, charming, radiant, whatever. Who didn't steal your necklace when you were 13.
Right.
Damn.
Find someone who's dumb. You know what I mean? Like, hire somebody dumb and pretty who, like, is an excellent speaker.
Yeah.
And then control them.
Exactly.
That's
you
how
didn't
you
play
run
your
a business.
cards right, Luke.
All right. So Bobby's arrested for conspiracy, filing a false report, and rape. And then he's like, I gotta call my lawyer. Did you get what what Rollins said to him?
No, what'd she say?
Keep your powder dry. Call your lawyer on the way downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep your powder dry.
I love how the other people at the table were just like, what? Like, they were so confused as to what was going on, too.
Yeah, so the guys got pleas. They got 7 and 5 years. Melanie walked. But then Benson says, you know what happens when your house burns down?
You get a clear view of the sky.
I'm sorry, what?
Okay.
You know what also could get a clear view of the sky? Stepping outside.
Or climbing to the roof.
Or having a skylight.
Having a sunroof.
Okay.
I usually love, like I'm usually a sucker for those quotes, but I was just like, huh? I was like a little confused.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is Swimming with the Sharks.
It was.
Taylor, we like to do a fun poll here.
We sure do.
Every week.
Yeah, we do.
Before you do, should I say the news?
Yes.
People are really excited about this news.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready.
I'm also going to announce it on our next episode.
We're going to talk about this forever.
Yeah.
Because it's exciting stuff.
SVU has been renewed for 3 more years.
Can I just say, I have a statistic, which Yael doesn't like.
I don't.
But, you guys, this means that SVU is going to be 24 years old. That is more years than I have been on this earth currently.
Thanks.
And you know what? That's how it should be. That's how it should be.
I feel
not
so
1,
old.
not 2, 3 freaking years, man.
That is right. SVU is going to be at least through season 24.
How many episodes is that gonna put us at?
Who cares?
So many. I'm just curious because I would love to calculate if you watched it nonstop, like how long it would take you to watch. Like months at this point.
I mean, I could sit down and do it if you'd like.
Okay, so we're gonna do that.
I'd be happy to.
That's wild.
Yeah, so let's do the poll now that I jumped. I was just too excited.
Oh, I totally get it. Okay, so actually we did a poll last 2 weeks ago, a bit ago. And it was I Deserve Some Lovin' Too. It was a great Rollins Undercover episode. So we asked you guys what your favorite Rollins Undercover episode is. There are so many, but we chose 4 of them. Coming in dead last, which really hurts me because I really liked it. Father Dearest, season 13, episode 20. really like Father Dearest. It's where all of the girls like date their dad.
Oh,
like their sperm donor.
It's the James Van Der Beek episode.
Yeah, it's a great episode, and it only got 7.4%, which like you guys don't have very good taste, but it's fine.
No, that's
a great episode. It's a great episode.
It's her undercover part that's so short.
Right. It's a great episode, though.
That's why it got voted that low.
That's fair. We have a tie for second place. We have Starstruck Victims, season 17, episode 16, and I Deserve Some Lovin' Too, season 21, episode 14. The winner, like, should have won, and I'm very excited. Gamblers Fallacy, season 15, episode 17. You guys are correct. You are valid for that. If anyone else would have won, I would have been upset because it's such a good episode. And so we have a new poll this week, too. And that is your favorite, like, frenemies episode.
Yeah.
There are some great ones. We have Mean, season 5, episode 15.
Oh, this is the one with the blonde girls who attack their best friend because she was sleeping, or she dated her boyfriend, the Fruit, I believe. He played he was the grapes in, like, a Fruit of the Loom commercial. And they attack her. And then they claim that they have, like, they were under the influence of the one blonde.
Yeah.
It's the one where...
is this where they put her in the trunk or something?
Yeah, they put her in the trunk. And Warner says, know any bottle blondes? And they're like, we know 3.
Right.
Good line.
That's a great episode.
Such a good one.
We have Wet, season 12, episode 5. That's the Stab the Captain with the Pickle episode.
It is the Stab the Captain with the Pickle episode.
Classic.
It is the episode with the mushrooms.
We have Theater Tricks, season 13, episode 11. God, I love this episode.
Theater Tricks is the one where the girl is raped on the stage in the live action or interactive theater.
Dante's Inferno
play. Yep, and everyone thinks it's part of it.
That's a wild episode. With all the animal mouse. Oh,
yeah.
Such a good one.
I mean, spoilers, it's all frenemies, so I guess you can tell.
You kind of know. And then, of course, this one, Swimming with the Sharks, season 21, episode 15. We've been discussing this. I hope you know the plot. My bets to win... we always have to like do some light gambling on this after
there's
show.
another. Lizette says Glasgow Man's Wrath is also.
That's a good one. That's a crazy one where it's like the Glasgow Man. It's like based off the Slender Man. Whatever. Yeah, it's good. I want to say I think Theater Tricks might win. Maybe that's biased because that's my favorite. But what about you?
Interesting. Oh,
You always have to bet and lose against me. Yeah,
I know.
It's our dynamic.
I'm sorry. I feel like this one might win because it was so crazy.
Yeah.
But I would like Mean, but I think it's so old school that no one's gonna vote for it because no one likes to vote for the old ones.
That's fair. All right, cool. I guess we'll figure it out. I will tweet this out right after the show. We're having some Wi-Fi problems, but don't worry, you will get to vote soon enough.
On the next episode, Kim returns.
Yes.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, she does.
But if you are wondering when we're going to cover that, since that was the episode that aired this week.
10 minutes.
We're going to do it now. So leave this, like this video, subscribe to our drama channel, and then join us for the next episode.
It's a double feature, baby.
Taylor, where can everyone find you in the poll?
You guys can find me, and more importantly, the poll, on Twitter at alphabet_and on Instagram at Taylor_Gates_.
Thank you. I'm going to give some shout outs because we have people chatting in the chat. We have Alice Jones asking us to do an after show for Gambler's Fallacy. PK Journey says SVU like motto is forever. Nettie Smith told us that it's going to be about, and so did Zach, that it's going to be about 500 episodes.
Wow, yes.
Season 24. Yep, who else was in here? Jay Norman, who is not a fan of us apparently, or a fan of SVU. I'm not sure which one he doesn't like. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining us. I'm Yael Tygiel. I'm over at Yael Tygiel. That's YAELTYGIEL. I will be right back for more SVU and throughout the week also watching SVU all the time.
Heck yeah. Bye.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.